The information and discussions shared on The Love Show are from personal accounts and experiences. Listener discretion is advised. This episode contains explicit language and frank discussions of adult themes or sexual content that may not be suitable for all audiences. Any communications, considerations, or recommendations are not a substitute for medical, psychological, or licensed professional help in wellness or recovery. Please seek a qualified practitioner regarding specific needs or concerns. We thank you and hope you enjoy the show.
Welcome to The Love Show, an exploration of love, romance, relationships, and sacred sexuality. This is your invitation to dive deeper into your innermost self and strengthen the bonds of love and intimacy. Jennifer Rose is an international psychic medium, transformational guide, channel, writer, and healer. With the help of fellow trailblazers, Jennifer's mission is to combine timeless wisdom and modern spiritual awareness to transform and evolve humanity, all while encompassing healthy transformative love, epic beauty, and divine connection. Now here is your host, Jennifer Rose.
Good evening. Hello, everyone. I'm Jennifer Rose. This is The Love Show, and we are on the Sacred Spiral Network. How is everybody doing today? We've had a fabulous day full of shows on the Sacred Spiral Network. Karen Bonafilio with Inner Realms, Outer Journeys. Brian Lahr with Be in the Light, and he had our beautiful producer Kelly Brickle on as his special guest. And here we are now with The Love Show, and I am so excited to be having my special guest and a dear friend of mine and a beautiful medium, wonderful human being and soul as well, Miss Nancy Muratalla, and she will be joining us very shortly too. So I know that you're excited to hear her story. And it's quite a beautiful love story. So maybe grab a tissue, everybody, and maybe grab a piece of pen and paper if you want to take some notes as well too. She might have some great advice for all of us here tonight as well too. But I'm so happy that you're all here today. And just a couple of quick announcements. This coming Friday on my sister show, Embracing Infinity, I'm very excited to be welcoming Rish Adsum as my guest coming up too. So very excited to have her. Many of you know her as well over in our community, and she has a little circle called Philosophy with Rish, and she's just such a beautiful goddess as well too. So I'm very excited to be having her on for the first time on Embracing Infinity. And next week on The Love Show, I've got Jess Doyle. She is a hypnotist and she is a coach and a twin flame expert as well too. So she will be joining me, and we have a wonderful discussion planned for next Monday. So very excited about our upcoming shows. I'm working hard to get everything planned for you and make sure you all have a wonderful experience, and it's a whole lot of fun. With that, let's stop and say hello to everybody who's here as well. I did see Miss Fran Pierce, the Fairy Queen, has joined us as well too. So welcome, Fran. Thank you for joining us. Miss Ashley, welcome. Happy birthday to you, beautiful. I heard it was a special day, so I want to say happy birthday and send you lots of love and hearts and flowers and all things magical. I hope it's really special for you and you've had a lot of fun. So thank you for being here. Michael's Den, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. And there's Brian Lahr. He just got off a live, and here he is supporting me and Nancy and Kelly. So thank you, Brian. We love you, my magical friend. Good to see you. There's beautiful Evelyn Chesum over from Solvang. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Jennifer McCormick as well has stayed with us, always supporting all of the shows. Thank you, Jennifer, over from the UK. It's 2 a.m. in the UK, by the way, too. So shout out to our friends who are joining us very in the wee hours of the night. And looks like beautiful Evelyn has joined us as well. Good to see you, Evelyn. And thank you for being here. Aloha, my beautiful friend. And thank you for being here. Mary Coombs, great to see you too. Thank you for being here too. We're all popping on and finding our way here. Let me see. I do believe I also saw, let me find you, my friend. Jeffrey, good to see you. Thank you for being here. He got here early, so good to see you, my friend Jeffrey. Thanks for joining us. Very happy that you're all here. Let me just get caught up with your comments here. And Miss Kelly, I did make that switch for you. Thank you, love. Beautiful. Good evening to you too. Looks like we're over on YouTube. We're over on Facebook. We're making the rounds. Good to see you, everybody. Hey, 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 Brian. Great to see you too. Thank you. We're excited too. We're excited too. So, all right, everybody. By the way, thank you all for helping to support our shows. I did see a few of you, including myself, put a little hashtag live in the comments. That little bit kind of helps the algorithms, whether you're over on Facebook over or on YouTube as well too. And if you're also thinking of other ways you'd like to just say thank you and show a bit of support, it just takes a few seconds to follow us, gals and guys over on the Spiral Network. You can give Miss Nancy a follow. You can give myself a follow on Facebook and Miss Kelly Brickle and the Sacred Spiral Network page as well. We greatly appreciate those little bits of support. And also, we all have YouTube channels. Nancy and I have new ones, like they're just a few weeks to a few months old. So if you'd like to help us out, you can hit the little subscribe button. It makes a little celebration for you, and it only takes a few seconds. And Nancy's is at Nancy Muratalla. If I got that right, correct me if I'm wrong, Nancy. And mine is at Medium Jennifer Rose. So thank you, thank you. And I think it might be Medium Nancy Muratalla. So as soon as she pops on, she's going to help me with that, and we'll get that corrected. My brain is doing a little glitch on that one. Hello, Joey Bard. Thank you for joining us. And of course, YouTube at Sacred Spiral Network. So thank you for that as well. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Courtney Lopez, thanks for joining us. Thanks for supporting with the live. Great to see you. Hashtag Sacred Spiral, Michael Zinn. Thank you, thank you. We're just a big, happy family. It's a love fest. It is. It just keeps growing and expanding, and we're very lucky and blessed. So we just, I just thank you. Thank you, everybody, because it's all possible because of all of us working together. So it's just another testament that when we come together in love, in community, and working as a team, so much magic happens, so much love grows. And it's just like this beautiful garden of flowers that just keeps expanding and rising. And so we're very grateful. We're very grateful. So thank you all for listening, everybody. And without further ado, let's bring in the beautiful and Miss Fashionable Nancy Muratalla. Well, that only took a little.
I'm here. I took the long way.
It's okay. You made it. Hello, Queen. How are you?
I'm so doing well. Thank you so much for having me. I was going to say, it feels like every time we come on a show, it just feels like a family affair with all of our friends here.
It really does. I know we're so blessed. We're so blessed. So, and thank you for being my guest today and sharing your story too. So we're very blessed to hear it, because not too many people have what you have, and so you've got something that you can share with us. Yes, too.
I don't know if we can get it all in an hour, but we'll see.
We'll do what we can. I'm going to read your bio real quick. Is that okay? And then I did have it right the first time. Your YouTube is at Nancy Muratalla. I did have it correct. Is that right?
I believe we have so many things now. I
think it's right. I think I got it right the first time.
I think it is at Medium Nancy Muratalla.
Okay, then I might have to get that changed. Okay, yeah, we do. No worries. We'll get it all corrected. But everybody, I know most of you know Nancy, but in case anybody's new watching the stream now or on replay, the beautiful Nancy Muratalla is a dedicated international spiritual psychic medium, intuitive card reader, and host of Fashionably Spiritual. With deep reverence for her work, she collaborates with the spirit world to bring comfort, love, and healing to those grieving the loss of loved ones. Reaffirming that love transcends physical existence. Inspired by her own personal experiences and spiritual awakening through loss, Nancy is passionate about using her abilities not only to support others on their healing journey, but also to teach them how to connect with their own inner spiritual selves. You can find Nancy on Instagram at Nancy Muratalla, on Facebook at Nancy Muratalla, and on YouTube, either Nancy Muratalla or Medium Nancy Muratalla, we're not sure. And very excited, dun, 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 Nancy just launched her new website. Tell us about it, please, Miss Nancy. Uh-oh, you froze just a little bit there.
Oh, I think I am frozen. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yep, we can hear
Oh,
you.
there
There
we
we
go.
go. So your new
Little glitch.
website is nancypsychicmedium.com. Please go check her out, everybody.
Yes,
That's very excited for
yes,
you.
please.
Yes.
Thank you. And thank you to Lori Smith. She did a fantastic job. We're still making a few minor tweaks, but for the most part, it is ready to go. So super excited.
Yay. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. Yeah, Laura did mine as well too. So these labors of love. So you can feel the love in there. And you do look gorgeous. Nancy is the queen of fashion. We all know this. Yes,
Thank you.
just accept it. Just
Jennifer.
accept it.
Thank you. We have
I
such a
know.
hard time with that, don't we?
We do, and I often will say that when I'm giving another female a compliment about something, and I mean it. I'm not just saying it just to say it.
Mhm.
I'm just like, just accept it and claim it. And they're like, okay.
I know. Sometimes I walk up to just random strangers and I'll say that, and so many people stop me in the street. Oh my God, I love your glasses. Oh my gosh, I love your whatever. And it's like such a
Isn't
little
that
love
great?
fest moment.
Isn't that great? Isn't that great? Brian? Oh, wait, B, I've got news too. Okay. Oh, there's a little sub conversation going over there. I was like, I thought Brian had to tell us something, but Evelyn has to tell Brian something.
Ooh, it sounds
Thank you,
juicy.
Sylvie. I know, right?
Brandy,
And
hi, Fran.
Sylvie, thank you for the hashtag live. Much appreciated. And Evelyn, you are on YouTube, darling. But we were talking about Facebook earlier. Yes.
I
Kay
miss
Weezy, good to
you.
see you. Beautiful friend Kay Weezy, we're not doing readings today. We're talking about Nancy's 45-year love story, 39 years married and 45 years together as well too. And so please do have a listen, Kay Weezy. You're going to get all emotional and warm and fuzzy by the time we're done. Hello, Patrick Monaghan. Good to see you as well. Good to see you. So everybody, how do you keep love alive for nearly 4 decades? This week, right now, Nancy's joining us to share her story of her 45-year relationship and 39-year marriage to her high school sweetheart. And so she's going to open up to us about the reality of lifelong commitment, navigating the highs and lows, and also sharing about her amazing and emotional fertility journey. So we've got a lot to cover here. And oh, look, Kay Weezy, you're so cool. You are cool, my friend.
Yes, you are.
Thank you. And so thank you for opening up to us. You do give people hope with your story as well too, because these days we just don't see too many like high school sweetheart marriages that have stood the test of time.
Right.
So first, congratulations to you.
Yeah,
You've
thank
just
you.
had an anniversary too, correct?
Yes, in May we did 39 years. I lose track of the years sometimes. I have to literally ask Alexa to do the math for me, just so I make sure I understand where I'm currently at.
It's like, this was this year. Where are we now? So next year it'll be the big 40. That's very exciting. That's very
Wow, it's
exciting.
really honestly hard to believe because, literally well, first of all, I will say statistically, people just don't, as human beings, we don't like that longevity is not, it's heard of, right? But statistically, it's quite a challenge for people to stay together that long. Things get hard, things get uncomfortable, people give up. And sometimes there's very, very good reasons why people do move on. Uh-oh, am I freezing, Jennifer? Okay, sorry, a little glitch there. Sometimes
Sorry, I
there's
was
really
muted.
good reasons why people need to move on. But I will tell you, we were kids when we started out. We literally were kids. And I will tell you, with really choosing love daily is not easy, right? It's not easy. We can focus on, the things that irritate us, the things that don't like us. And I really will say, God bless my husband, because I am not an easy person to live with at all. And, he's an Aquarius, I'm a Leo. He's pretty flexible. He's pretty easygoing, but he does stand his ground with me because I can just, mull him over and, you know, take control of everything. It needs to be done this way, no other way. So I will tell you, a lot of patience, a lot of grace. We've had to practice a lot of forgiveness. We've been through so many seasons, as a lot of people do. You have seasons that you go through in your relationship. Some are really easy and they just fall into place and life around you falls into place. And then there's the really hard times that you can choose to not be on the same team, right? You can choose to disagree with one another. Okay. When I glitch, can you guys still hear me,
Yes.
Jennifer?
Yes, we can still
Okay,
hear
you
you.
can.
It's not
So,
perfect, but we can still hear you. Yes.
okay. During those really hard times, I want to say I don't have all the answers, but I will tell you it's been so many years now that I think some of the things that used to make things rough, a piece of cake now. Like we've been through hard, really, really hard things. Loss of jobs, loss of parents, loss of family, relationship issues, financial issues, just like the things that everybody goes through. And I want to say we support each other. Even on the days we don't like each other, we support each other. And, we'll go from not agreeing with one another to, I don't know, what's for dinner? What do you want to eat? Like we just, it's almost like just, we move on that quickly now. We
Yeah.
don't let it sit and fester any longer and go for days not talking to each other. It's like, why? I want to kind of come back to we've learned an appreciation for life. We've learned an appreciation that people don't stay forever. You lose people. And we really try to value that even more than I think we ever did before, because I think sometimes we don't think about those things until they actually happen. And we were very much raised very similar. So it was very easy for us to get together. Our families had somewhat of the same backgrounds. We had the same belief system. We always believed in something bigger than ourselves. And it was easy for us to be together. That part of our life, that freezing is just lovely, isn't it?
It's okay. I know. It's okay. We'll make it.
So I'll kind of take a break.
Yeah. How did you two meet and end up getting married?
So again, we were kids and it's not going to be this big, romantic story other than, we went to the same high school and we noticed each other. And during a summer break, I'm like, gosh, I really want to meet this guy. And we ended up meeting at a park with some other friends and literally just riding our bikes to a park, right? It's really not a big, special moment. And he was so scared to meet me. Again, we're talking, 16 years old. And he was
That's
so
very endearing. That's very
yeah.
endearing, though. It's so cute and sweet.
His older brother, got a few drinks in him to help, build up liquid courage. And I remember sitting on a park bench with him and he was not used to drinking. And he literally threw up the whole time.
Oh no. Oh no. Young love turned to
And I still stayed.
his worst nightmare. That's love, Nancy. You still stay. That is love.
He was so scared of me.
Young love is the sweetest thing in the world. It's just, oh, it's so innocent, so beautiful, and so just precious. Yeah.
Yeah. So that happened. And, a couple of years fast forward, we ended up moving out together. I think he was afraid to even tell his mom he was moving out because we moved out when we were 18. And
Yeah.
he literally packed his stuff and told his mom, "Oh yeah, I'm moving," on the day.
On the same day? Oh my goodness. Poor mom.
And
Well,
he
how's
he
that for
comes from,
initiating himself into manhood?
I mean, he came from he's number 10 child. So he
Oh my
came from a
goodness.
very large family. I come from a family of 6 and he comes from a family of 10 and he's the baby. And I'm like, "Oh, she won't even notice you're gone. There's so many of you." But she was very laser focused on him because he was the baby. So he did get a lot of attention and,
Hmm.
mama's boy kind of thing.
And then he had to come in to be Nancy's man. So that is a jump, right? That is a jump. So, but I like him. It's like he's like, I'm going to initiate myself into manhood and just move out. Okay,
That's right.
there,
That's right.
there he did. So it's still a very sweet story. It really is. And then you've been together ever since. So that's beautiful. And I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy. What was the wedding like? Or, the proposal, the wedding, like how many years did you two date before that happened?
So I want to say, I got to do the math, but I think we were 21, maybe. We must have been 21 because, you know, again, we were so young. We were kids. It was not this huge castle, beautiful princess wedding. We had my family, who my parents were divorced and couldn't stand being in the same room with one another. So there was a lot of conflict on what to do. So we ran off. Our family came, but we went to Las Vegas and got married. And the proposal, again, no big grand gesture, very, young man. I want to say we were in the shower together. There it is. I'm like, okay, here's the soap.
I know. It's actually, it could be kind of sexy as a shower propose. That's not so bad. I mean, there's
Yep.
you can make that work. Well, you brought up a
Yeah.
couple things. So statistically speaking, relationships do last longer when you kind of come from the same background. So you two both had kind of came from the same economic background, which statistically gives you a little bit of a leg up when it comes to your predictability of actually staying together. So yeah, you had that going for you as well too. And then fast forward to where you are now too, you've learned what I would call unconditional love. You know each other so well. That means you know each other's parts, you know each other's triggers and buttons, and but you love beyond that.
Yeah.
This is that person, this is their parts that come out. I'm aware of it. I love you anyways. We have our little thing happens and we move on. We speak our piece and we move on. And
Yeah.
so you've got two really big things going for you that's helped this to last this long too. And then there's just surviving all of the different ups and downs that you two have been through together. Would you mind if we kind of segued into the fertility journey part of it too? Would that
Yeah.
How does that feel for you?
Yeah. I think because we came from really large families, we always hoped to have a lot of children. It wasn't really when we were young, we weren't really paying attention to all of that. We were just still kind of navigating our way through life and how to, be out on our own and, working and being independent as a couple. But when it started coming down to, okay, we really want to do this, didn't know that we were going to have any challenges. My sisters had 4 kids, each. My mom had 6 kids. I just didn't really think I had to think about it. And we tried, like really tried for several years and nothing was happening, just absolutely nothing. And we're like, okay, so, we did the things, we went to the doctors, we did all the tests, and there was definitely some issues, really on both sides. A lot of issues on my side with the endometriosis, with, having like one of my ovaries completely webbed over, not in functional use. So I would have, a laparoscopy surgery. I ended up thinking I had like maybe 4 of them. And in hindsight, it was kind of causing even more scar tissue and even more issues. And I can remember doctors telling me, I had a lot of other, female issues going on. You should get a hysterectomy. You should just get a hysterectomy. I'm like, no, no, no. Like, I'm not throwing in the towel yet. Absolutely not. And we ended up doing, we met this crazy doctor who was very prominent in Newport Beach. He almost looked like a mad scientist or Albert Einstein with the crazy hair. So picture that while you're doing treatments, he's playing anything Rolling Stones. So he was a Rolling Stones fan. So you're getting your treatments done and they're just rocking out. There's music everywhere to the Rolling Stones. Okay. So go in there to do inseminations, and they have the man participate in it, holding the stuff, the tubes and everything to make them a part of it, which you got an audience, you got the nurses, you got the doctors all around you while this is happening. And we did that for about 6 years, and the medications were very costly. We were just a humble couple, just surviving. And I remember we used to drive into Mexico once a month, and we used to go buy some of the medication there. And I always would kid around because my husband's background is Hispanic, and I would always kid around because I was buying the drugs in Mexico that I was going to have, a Hispanic baby. So we would try to laugh about it as much as we possibly could.
Yeah.
And had a lot of positive false readings. So we would get our hopes up and then it would come crashing down. And I want to tell you, it takes the romance out of it. Everything is done outside of your body. It's a lot. Not only is it a lot on a female's body, what things that you have to do and go through, but it's also really hard on a relationship. And I will say this, you have to do what you have to do to go through the steps that you think that you need to do before you go from point A and get to point B. So that I needed to try everything, but it got to a certain point where I couldn't do it anymore. My body was tired. And I truly, truly believe that the blueprint of what was meant to happen for us was exactly what was supposed to meant to be happening for us. So from the beginning of our journey, we did all of these things. And I happened to be at a job. I was there for a very long time. And I got laid off. That was my first time ever being laid off from a job. So, talk about divine intervention. And I think I had gotten a severance package and it was just about ready, to run out. And another networking friend of mine, I got a job working somewhere else. Immediately, I met somebody there who was adopting a child. And I was watching her journey, and it was independent, adoption. And she got her daughter within 3 weeks. And I'm like, it was my 38th birthday. And I came home, told my husband about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, let's do this, because we were about to do in vitro. And if anybody knows the journey of in vitro, it's also extremely hard on your body. There's no guarantees. It's very, very expensive. And do we do this or do we do this? So we made the decision that we wanted to follow the adoption journey. And we were really excited. I remember we were at a family dinner. We were telling our family what we were about to do. But still in the back of my mind, it's not going to happen. Don't get your hopes up. This is not going to happen. I was already to the point where I figured I probably wasn't going to have children. And, they ask you all the questions because when you're going to adopt, there's a lot of drug babies that are being adopted. There's a lot of situations why they don't want to, or I'm sorry, that their children get taken away from them. And then they choose to, not get better and sign them off to have them adopted. And we did go in, again, this is part of the adoption journey. We went in saying, oh, not really knowing any better, like, oh, no drugs, no this, no that, perfect little, whatever. It wasn't the case. But again, I had to go from here to here. So the moment that we got a call that somebody was interested in us, you submit your portfolio. She didn't pick us. And I felt so devastated amongst already feeling that way, like almost like I didn't get a job. Like it was a really disappointing. And then I remember the person that was, I can't remember what she was called, but she was like managing our case. And she's like, just because they don't pick you doesn't mean they're not going to. Wink, wink. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what that means, but okay. Okay. So then we got a call and my son was born 5 weeks early. So we got a call and that he was born. And I'm like, she didn't pick us. Like, why are you calling us? She is going to pick you. And they're like, what? So we go to the hospital, but she had lost so much blood that they didn't think she was going to make it. So then my hope went again away. Like, I mean, it was so emotional. And then she ended up being okay. And, Robert was born 5 weeks early and we got to meet him on the second day. And I mean, our eyes are just, we couldn't believe it. Like, we just could not believe it. It was like the three of us needed each other. It was powerful. Yeah. It was very special.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Never thought, I really honestly didn't think it was ever going to happen. I didn't see it happening. Yeah.
And it did. And now he's a young man, young adult.
Yeah, he's 21.
Oh
yeah.
My gosh. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. The only thing I wish is couldn't it have gone slower? I only got to do it once, dang it. Slow down.
I know. That's the biggest thing is parenting is it really does go by just as fast as everybody says it does. And once, you have to slow down and be present because you will wish you had more time with them once they're off on their own too.
That's right.
Beautiful.
And a lot of couples, they don't survive some of that because, losing a child, trying to have children, we had our ups and downs. We were kids when we first met. We didn't do all the things that maybe we could have done. We didn't get out there and meet other people like maybe is needed for, being that young. We definitely had some of our betrayal. We had some of our challenges, and I don't know. I always just say, like, Robert's just part of my journey. He's part of he's like my left and my right arm. Like, as much as he can annoy me, which and goes both ways. Like, I'm not sure what my life would be like without him. We just have so much history together. And there is a respect for one another and our development. We support each other in our development. Whatever we decide we want to do, we support each other. And even kind of going back to, you talked a little bit about our background, me choosing the path of being a medium, which again, I was surprised I did that too. I'm not surprised, but I was surprised, but I'm not surprised. He also grew up in a home that was a lot of activity. So he was very open to spirit. I mean, he had,
That's
a
great.
child that would visit him in his home, and he was very open to it. And it
Mhm.
even went through the generations where, he had interaction, and then some of his nieces and nephews were born that also lived in the home where he would see them
Mhm.
having interaction. So it was never what are you doing and what, like, I don't understand that. It was like, it's like we were just like talking about, like, oh, what'd you have for lunch, like it's not a big deal. And like, even my son today, he'll pull cards and he'll try to read cards. He likes to pull them for me, and I'm like, no, it's time for you to interpret them. You don't need me to interpret them. Just tell me what comes for you. And he's learning.
I love
Yeah.
that. That was my next question. You must have read my mind. You must be psychic. Was how did he handle you coming out with the mediumship?
Yeah, it
That's too
definitely
funny.
was not a surprise. I mean, I've been seeing a medium. I've always been open to mediumship. And I will tell you this too. I've always been open to mediumship since in my very early 20s. And the first medium that I met, who I am still friends with, she predicted that I was going to be adopting a boy. And during that
Ah,
time, I didn't even know I had any fertility issues. I had no idea. And I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
wow. Yeah. Yeah. And that kind of goes along with what Kim says is what if I told you it was all meant to be? Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's beautiful.
Yep.
Vivian is agreeing. They grow up so quickly.
Yeah.
You have congratulations from heartfelt
Thank you.
congratulations from Brian. Christy is saying this is so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank
And
you.
Courtney is saying a real love story. Yes, it is. And Kim Princess is saying, "Aw." And
It definitely wasn't
Evelyn,
always easy. I'll tell you that. There's still more
yeah, for
going.
sure. Yeah, Evelyn's like, "What a journey you've been on," and it's still going. And Vivian, who we know as a psychologist or psychiatrist over in Hawaii, psychologically and emotionally, infertility treatment is very hard on a couple. Um, and just a shout out to women because I don't think it's just a slight aside, but I don't think we speak enough about the female body has so much to it that people do not understand, and just on a monthly basis, and then all of the things that can go wrong and do go wrong and what goes
Yeah,
into making a baby. What a phenomenal thing that we can create life in our womb and bring it
yeah,
out into this world, like.
that's right.
And
That's
so
right.
it's like, let's just give a shout out to women and their bodies, and just
Yeah,
everything that goes into being female, because it's a whole nother story with the financial costs, the medical appointments, all of the medications, the surgeries, all of these different things, the tests we have to continually do. So I just wanted to just take a moment to hold some space around that, because
it's a
it's a
lot.
real thing. Yeah,
It's a
it's a
lot.
real and
And
sacred thing.
Michael Zen had somebody on his show that was talking about,
Yeah.
um, she was talking about fertility and treatments and all of that. And I will tell you, as a woman, you do feel broken. You do feel like you're born to procreate. So it's really, it's really a mind blowing situation that you're so hard on yourself, that what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
Why can't I do this?
Yeah.
And it was emotionally very hard for me. Um, and I want to say, even today, it's not 100% gone. I got my baby. I'm so grateful. I'm so happy. Um, but I also have to say, there is a little part of me, even though I absolutely can say, this was the road I was supposed to be on. This is exactly what was supposed to happen. But my human
Yeah.
brain tells me, how come I couldn't have one? How come? And then I
Yeah.
switch back to, because there's reasons that maybe you're not supposed to know
Yeah.
about yet. Just go with it.
It
Go with
doesn't
it.
mean it doesn't still hurt. Like the human part of you that just doesn't quite understand or wants it to be different. Like it doesn't mean it doesn't still hurt. We can accept it and also feel the grief and give space for that too at the same time. Like you're
Yeah.
allowed to have your grief over what could have been that wasn't, and then also feel the extreme joy and blessings out of how things did turn out, and
Yeah.
to have a big Robert and a mini Robert in your
I
life
will tell
too.
you,
So
I had a premonition
yeah,
always that I wanted to talk about this, and I wanted
yeah,
to encourage other women. And this, honestly, Jennifer, is the first opportunity, and thank you, that I've had to actually talking about this out loud, other than, to people that care about me and my family and friends, because there's a lot of women that are struggling. There's a lot of women that are in relationships that are struggling. Um, what to do. Do I leave? Do I stay or do I go? What to do with that. And I don't have the answers. I'm not a licensed psychologist, but I will say that, um, you know, if you really love the person, which I can say love is, you hear people say this all the time, love is not enough. But if you can choose each other every day, and not just on the easy days, but on the challenging ones too, you will get
yeah,
through the other side for the better days. And it will actually make you really stronger as a
yeah.
person, stronger as a couple. I mean, honestly, I feel like we've been through so much that really at this point, anything is just like a cakewalk. Like, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
We got,
That's where
we got,
you can
we
go,
got,
oh God, you can be like, oh God, you threw another one at us.
we got this.
Have a little chuckle with the divine. Really? No problem.
We got this.
And I can
Absolutely.
see the divine going, yes, yes, Nancy, yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
My
Um,
husband, even, after all of these years, if he thinks that I don't approve of something or I'm not happy about something, like it really bothers him still. Like he really, you know, he wants to know it's okay with me too. And I really appreciate that.
wants to know that you're happy and he's doing his part to help
Yeah.
you stay happy.
Yes. Which
Yeah.
again, people talk about 50-50, and that's not reality. Some days
Hmm.
you're having a hard day. Sometimes it's 80-20, sometimes it's 40-60. Like it's really a dance
Yeah.
that kind of like changes daily.
Yeah.
And you have to kind of
Hmm.
know, like you get to know your partner, and you kind of know like when they need a little bit more support or when they need just quiet, and don't ask questions and just let them unwind,
Yeah.
let them be. You end up
Yeah.
forming this dance together. Like I get motion sickness in a car. I have all these things that I'm very sensitive. I don't like the windows down. I don't like my eyelashes to blow. I don't like this. I don't like that. He knows what to do. He knows what not to do. It's a very refined dance that we.
God bless them. And I know you were talking a little bit about like we have our things that annoy each other and too, but if you didn't have a little bit of that, it might just be not as fun.
It's boring.
I know, right? Oh my gosh.
Got to get it a little spicy.
Yeah, yeah. You remind me of Brene Brown. She said something similar in the past too. That like don't expect it to be 100 or 50-50 all the time because and then if you and you can even communicate with the person like where are you at today? I'm at a 20. Like that's all I got.
Yeah.
Then you know what to do with your expectations from that person. So oh they're not full blast today. So I'm gonna hold back and find another source of support or whatever I need to do. And then
Yeah.
you're not holding the other person like responsible for more than they actually can give in any given moment. So
Yeah.
I love that.
That's
I love that. Viviana says, I bet you had 20 children in another lifetime. I
I, th-
think that's
I
silly.
honestly, Vivian, I think I did. I think this was like, hey, we're just gonna like let you just chill out this lifetime. Like you don't need all that responsibility.
Like I'm having a break.
This lifetime college is really expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna give you what you can handle.
Jeffrey is honoring the female body with reverence and respect. Thank you, Jeffrey, so much. I mean, and just even
Yeah,
what we go through with our hormones, it's so hard. And they said so sometimes the expectation of us to be a certain way all the time is really hard. And how much us women have to just keep being just like being on all the time, even if behind the scenes we don't feel good emotionally, we don't feel good hormonally, we don't feel good in our bodies, yet we still show up, we still give 150%. That takes a lot of strength, us women. So sorry, I just got off on my bandwagon on that one. But it's
yeah,
true, you know.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
true. Vivian was commenting, and Christy was saying she was happy we were talking about that too, about how alone it feels within the feminine body too. And Vivian was saying women end up getting blamed for infertility, and then she says it feels disappointing, like you're disappointing all the other people, your family, your friends, and your medical team. So
yeah.
she understands all of those feelings that you go
Yes.
through with the
Yeah,
journey.
and
Yeah,
some people have family members and parents like, when are you going to have children? When are you going to have children? And I think that in today's society, we need to be a little bit more cautious with that because, there is a lot of infertility. I mean, the amount of women that have, and men for that matter, that have
yeah,
infertility issues is, I think, a much larger number than people realize. And some of the products that we're putting into our body are
yeah.
absolutely not helping. Some of the things that we're breathing in the air are not doing our bodies any good in that area. And it's a
That's a
lot of
big
pressure.
problem. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot of
yeah,
pressure to put on a woman that she's expected to produce and have children
yeah,
because
yeah.
it's a lot.
I would say, and on the man as well too, because what we're talking about is endocrine disruptors, and so microplastics, things in the food, preservatives in America tends to be worse than in other countries too. Pesticides, things in the water, and that's why like women need to get all of their hormones checked too, not just their estrogen, but
Yeah,
progesterone and testosterone as well. And men can often be low in testosterone and not even know it. They actually lowered the levels so that more men would be normal, when before that would have been, there was that the normal would have been, so many with people would be abnormal. So that's a big concern,
yeah,
too, because that affects how we feel, that affects our families, that affects our emotions, that affects our ability. It's like our mojo, you know.
yeah, yeah,
So I'm so
yeah,
happy that you brought that up, because that's really important, that people don't realize what's affecting their bodies, and that this may not be your fault. It's nothing
that's right.
wrong with you. It's
That's
like
right.
you don't
You're
know
not
what.
broken.
Yeah, exactly. Your body's
Yeah.
doing the best it can with what it has available.
And
Yeah.
I think that's real key too, Jennifer, is because, when I was on my fertility journey, I think technology has already improved in a lot of areas too, where if you're proactive early on, you might be able to get the supplements and the things that you need to reverse any maybe type of condition that might be happening. We also need to be very mindful of also that a lot of women are getting married later in life too.
Right.
And, unfortunately, our eggs get old and all of those things too that play against us. And, not to say everybody should go get married when they're 20, when they're very fertile, because that's not the answer. But that is a human condition that we do have as well that can
Yeah.
make it more
Yeah.
difficult to have kids later as well.
I was 34 when I was pregnant with one of my kids, and they called me advanced maternal age at 34.
Oh my gosh.
And I had to go over, and I'm like, really? I'm like, aren't there women having kids in their 40s? Well, yes, because they medical science has advanced, but I was like, holy moly! I mean,
Can we call it something else, people?
what?
High
I
risk is your
know.
age number?
And then I'd be in my mid-30s, people start calling me ma'am, like the teenagers at the grocery store, and I'm like, I'm only 36. Don't call me ma'am. Just do not call me that.
I know, it's
Just call
terrible.
every woman Ms. or Miss. That's all you get to. No one wants to
Yeah,
call me.
absolutely. A big shout
Oh
out
my gosh.
though. So if you really want children and biologically it's just not happening, you know, there are so many children out there that need to be
Yes.
adopted. And I will tell you something, and I can't compare, but I can only imagine like the day I met my son, instant bond, instant bond. Matter of fact, his pediatrician used to tell me um, in her accent voice, "You love him too much. You love him too much." I mean, the bond. I mean, my
Yeah.
husband went right in. I was almost afraid to touch him because he was 4 pounds
So
and
tiny.
he was born addicted to heroin and methadone. So he was a very, very sick baby. Um, he had a lot of things, hooked up to him, and I was afraid to touch him. And my husband went right in with the gloves and started helping bathe him and just jumped right in. And I'm
Oh,
like,
good
okay, like
husband.
I was
Good
even
Robert.
afraid. Yeah, he just went
Yeah.
right in and the doctors were very forthright in letting us know, hey, we're running a bunch of tests. There's some traces of this, and this. There could be some brain, issues here. And I remember looking at my husband and him saying, it doesn't matter. None of it matters. Whatever the tests come back, it doesn't matter. And I just needed to hear that. And then we were golden. Like we can
Yeah.
handle anything,
Yeah.
anything.
Oh, God bless him for knowing what to say in that moment. That's a good man, Nancy.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh
good
yeah.
man.
He is really, really a good person. I mean,
Mm.
he says before I do, if so and so family member needs to come live with us, I don't want my brother to come live. No, they have to. I don't want my brother to come live with me. No, we have to help them out. They're coming. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, Tina can relate to your story. She went through the endometriosis and many surgeries, was able to conceive artificially, but also lost a few babies in the process. Thank you for talking about this. Thank you
so
for sharing, Tina.
yeah,
Yeah.
so sorry.
That's
It's so
that's a hard
hard.
one. Yeah. Mary saying thank you for sharing your love story, Nancy, and congratulations. And she's piecing out for the night.
Thank
Sweet
you,
dreams,
Mary.
Mary. May the
Yeah,
angels
too.
surround you tonight.
Yeah. It's so
So
it's so hard to go through the journey of that because your body has so many hormones that get injected in you that it reads sometimes that you're pregnant because you have the hormones that are being injected in you that appear that you are pregnant. And I can remember, a couple of the false
mm,
positives, my sister's going by bibs and stuff. And then, because nobody went through that journey in my family before. So they didn't know that I didn't know there could be false positives. And then just to find out that that was not very accurate. Or in some cases, women are getting pregnant and then they can't sustain it. And it's just, it's hard. It's
it's
really,
very hard.
really
It's an
hard.
incredibly intimate, personal journey to
Yeah.
go on. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can just
Absolutely.
feel, you can feel it in the air right now. I know that everybody who's watching can feel it too. There's just this like stillness in the air.
Yeah. It's really hard. And, my family was very supportive always. I mean, anything I needed, they were always supportive. And, my sisters are like 5 or 6 years older than me. So our kids would not have been, super close in age. But there was ended up being a really huge gap because, I didn't have Robert until I was 38. And by that time, all of the nieces and nephews, they were all in their 20s. But you know what? He ended up just getting all the attention. So I think that was meant to be as well.
He was the golden baby of the family.
Oh, yeah. And
Oh,
everyone treated him like there was no difference. I mean,
oh yeah,
none
yeah,
whatsoever.
yeah. Oh, I agree with Vivian. Very courageous to talk about your infertility journey. Yeah, thank you. I know there's a lot of people will benefit and feel something good from you telling your story here tonight. And they'll be like, oh, I'm not alone. Me too.
Yeah.
I'm not alone. Me too.
We even, at some point of our fertility journey, we even tried to do donor sperm. And like we literally had to go through a catalog, like how what's the word? Not informal, but how like how do you pick something from a book? How impersonal is that? How do you pick something from a book?
Yeah, I can just imagine, like, oh my gosh.
We did that, didn't we?
Oh my gosh.
We did that.
It's the craziness of life. Oh my gosh. Vivian saying your son is the luckiest boy in the whole universe.
He really is. We all are. And the funny thing is that most people, when they talk with me and they know that my son is adopted, I think that people, which I would say the same thing. Oh my gosh, that he's so lucky or she's so lucky to have such a better life. But the way I look at it, we all, the three of us, we needed each other. So I don't think we did anything special. If anything, we were selfish because we just wanted a baby. So I just think it goes all the way around. The three of us we were meant to be a family together. And I have no other way to look at it other than that.
No doubt about it. I got full body chills, feeling every time we say something, I keep getting chills. So I know that we're so wrapped and blessed in spirit right now too.
Yeah.
And, the purpose when we tell these stories is also to help people, to let them know, and to give them courage and share that strength with them. So it's like people are going to see what you went through, but where you are now, and they know they can too. They know they can too.
You're absolutely
if she can, I can.
Alone.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. What do's or don't do's or advice might you want to leave us with here today for our relationships, our marriages, our wishes, wish to be in one? And Tina's saying such an inspiring story. I love how the two of you stuck together through it all. The universe brought you together. Oh, we're live on Instagram.
Oh, I just saw that.
I know, all of a sudden our screen changed. We're live on Instagram. Hi, everybody on Instagram.
I think the secret, if I have to come up with a secret, I think the secret isn't trying to find the perfect person of what you think that might be. It's really continuing to choose and appreciate the person that you are with and focusing on the good things and not the imperfections. You can understand the imperfections, but if we just concentrate on that, it's not going to get us anywhere. I can talk all day long about love, but you know what? Love is what am I trying to say? It's a feeling, but it's more of an action. Okay. It's more of an action. Love is not enough. Appreciating, respecting, listening to each other, not just waiting for them to finish so you can give your 2 cents. It's really trying to listen and understand one another and supporting each other along the way. I mean, for God's sake, Robert and I have been together for 45 years and our paths continue to change, and they could have gone like this. They could have gone in totally different directions. At 20 years old, you definitely don't have your stuff together. You're still learning, you're still growing. But we still continue to do this. Now, do we like to do all the same things? Absolutely not. Do we know that we each need to do this and he needs to do that to be able to come back together here? Yes, we absolutely do. And we allow each other to grow in that way and do what gives us peace and joy and satisfaction. So
Yeah.
I don't
I
know if
love
that's
that you, yeah, that's beautiful. I love that you support each other's like, autonomy and sovereignty and independence while also having an interdependent relationship with each other. Because that's, to me,
right.
that's a recipe for a good, healthy relationship too. And I love that you are saying don't focus on everything wrong, focus more on what's right too, because it's
Yeah.
like if you look for things wrong in a person, you will find them. And if you're
Mhm.
looking for a reason to run, you'll try to find something wrong and
That's
things
right.
like that. So you look for reasons to stay. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good advice. Thank you, Nancy. So much support here for you as well. Here, Lynn Juno is saying great
Thank
insights.
you.
Vivian is saying wabi sabi, which I think is what Brian Lara was talking about for the next show, which is imperfect,
Oh, I love that.
imperfection.
Yeah.
Imperfectly perfect, perfect imperfection. Yeah, that's
Beautiful.
beautiful too. And
Thank you, Lynn.
yeah, being each other's best friend, allies. Allies.
Yeah.
I love that, Lynn.
Yep.
Yes. That's a
Yep.
good one too. That's a
Yeah.
good one too.
Even if you don't agree with them, yeah, if you
Yeah.
mess with them, you got to mess with me.
I like that. You got each other's backs.
That's right.
I love that.
I will, I
I love
will,
that.
I will cut a bitch if I have to. Don't get me wrong now. I'm sweet and nice, but
Fist bump, Nancy. This is why we love each other.
yes, we do.
All right, beautiful. I want to thank you so much for sharing, a vulnerable yet truly beautiful and inspiring love story of not just your relationship and your marriage, but your family, your beautiful, beautiful family, which
Thank you
is
so
blessed by
much.
spirit and the angels, and it's just going to get better. It's just going
That's
to get
right.
better.
A
So I'm
lot more
so
members.
happy for you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you all for having me. Thank you for standing by. Thank you for supporting me and the network always. So thank you.
Beautiful. And a big thank you to our Kelly Brickle. She's taking care of us in the background, making this all run smoothly for all of us, and to all of our wonderful guests. You're our friends, you're our family, you're our community, and we love you so dearly. So we're so grateful. And you've stuck with us to the end, even after 3 shows today, too. So thank you. That's love.
Yes,
That's
that
love. So
is.
big hugs to everybody. And thank you again, Nancy, so much. I love you so much. Thank you for being my friend, too.
Thank you. Love you too. Thank you. Thank you,
Okay.
everyone.
Good night, everyone. And we'll see you very soon on the Sacred Spiral Network.
Bye, everyone.